Hello everyone. Today in this video I will talk about organizing. I will talk about the meaning, the concept, the definition, the process and the importance of this very topic. So first of all, I will talk about what is organizing. So basically, organizing refers to arranging everything in orderly form and making most efficient use of resources. So in general word, we can say that organizing means to arrange everything in an orderly manner and making the efficient use of the resources. If I will explain it with you to you with the example, I would like to quote the example of, suppose in your school, if you will conduct a sports day on an annual function, so all the teachers and students are assigned different duties and various resources are to be arranged, and there will be a coordinator whom every report of the work done and whatever the work pending is reported. This whole arrangement is called as organizing. So basically आपका अरेंजमेंट जो होता है ऑर्डरली मैनर्स में वेरियस रिसोर्सेज का, उसको हम ऑर्गेनाइजिंग बोलते हैं. सो आपका ऐसे ही ऑर्गेनाइजिंग जो है वो मैनेजमेंट में भी होता है. सो बेसिकली organizing in management refers to the relationship between people, work and resources which are used to achieve the common goals. So we can say that organizing means the process by which managers establish working relationship among employees to achieve common goals of the organization. So आपका जो मैनेजर होता है वो इस्टेब्लिश करता है रिलेशनशिप एम्प्लॉयज़ के बीच में, जिससे कि वो अचीव कर सके कॉमन गोल्स जो भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के हैं. सो अब हम लोग मूव ऑन करेंगे हमारे मीनिंग से हटा करके हमारे डेफिनीशन की तरफ. सो definition of organizing means definition of organizing is that if we quote the definition of Henry Fayol, so to organize a business is to provide it with everything useful to its functioning, such as raw material, machines and tools, capital and personnel. ये आपकी हेनरी फ्योल की डेफिनीशन थी. सो ऐसे ही आपके और भी राइटर्स ने, इकोनॉमिस्ट ने आपको डेफिनीशन दी है, बट हेनरी फ्योल इज़ द मोस्ट पॉपुलर. सो मैंने आपको ये हेनरी फ्योल की डेफिनीशन कोट करके बोली है. सो if we say that organizing can be defined as identifying and grouping the different activities in the organization and bringing together the physical, financial and human resources to establish most productive relations for the achievement of a specific goal of the organization. So ऑर्गेनाइजिंग जो है वो आपकी डिफरेंट एक्टिविटीज़ जो भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में हैं उनको आइडेंटिफाई करने में और ग्रुप करने में हेल्प करता है, और आप अपने जितने भी रिसोर्सेज हैं, वेदर इट इज़ फिज़िकल, फाइनेंशियल और ह्यूमन, इन सब के बीच में एक रिलेशनशिप इस्टेब्लिश करता है जिससे कि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के स्पेसिफिक गोल्स जो हैं वो अचीव हो सके. सो मूविंग ऑन टू आवर नेक्स्ट टॉपिक which is of organizing process. So here you can see the picture of organizing process. It basically consists of four process, four methods. In first method there is identification and division of work. In second there is departmentalization. In third it is assignment of duties, and in fourth it is establishing reporting relationship. So आपके यहाँ पे 4 मेथड्स होते हैं, 4 प्रोसेस हैं जिसको कंप्लीट करने से आपका ऑर्गेनाइजिंग प्रोसेस जो है वो फुलफिल होता है. चलिए आगे देखते हैं हम. आवर फर्स्ट स्टेप इज़ आइडेंटिफिकेशन एंड डिवीज़न ऑफ वर्क. So basically the first step in organizing is to identify and divide the work as per the plan. Whatever is the work is identified and divided into various small units. The division of the work makes sure that there is no duplication of work and there is no burden of work on a particular person. Work is shared among various employees. The manager used to divide the work into smaller units, and each unit of work is called a job. If I will take an example, suppose there is a bank, so every individual working in a bank is assigned by different job. So you can say that a cashier accepts cash, one cashier makes payment, one person issues checkbook, one person receives check. So there is a division of work into the jobs. The banks work very smoothly and systematically. So यहाँ पे आपने देखा कि आइडेंटिफिकेशन और डिवीज़न ऑफ वर्क की वजह से आपका जो वर्क है सब में डिवाइड हुआ है, और वर्क जो है स्मॉलर यूनिट्स में डिवाइड करने की वजह से आपका वर्क जो है बहुत ही स्मूथली और सिस्टमेटिकली तरीके से काम कर रहा है. सो मूविंग ऑन टू अवर next point of process of organizing is grouping the jobs and departmentalization. So in first step we have divide the work in smaller jobs, and now in second we will group the similar jobs and put it in a department. The departmentation or grouping of jobs can be done by the organization in different ways. So आपका जो डिपार्टमेंट में ग्रुपिंग होता है जॉब्स का वो 2 तरीके से हम कर सकते हैं. वैसे तो डिफरेंट वेज हैं, बट द मोस्ट पॉपुलर वन इज़ फंक्शनल एंड डिविजनल डिपार्टमेंटेशन. So first of all, I will explain what is functional departmentation, and then I will move on to divisional departmentation. So first of all, the functional departmentation is, under this method, jobs related to common function are grouped under one department. यहाँ पे आपका जो भी कॉमन फंक्शन होता है, मतलब जॉब जो भी एक कॉमन फंक्शन से होती हैं, उसको हम एक डिपार्टमेंट में डाल देते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई विल टेल यू, jobs related to production are grouped under production department, and another example I would take, the jobs related to sales are grouped under sales department, and jobs related to marketing are grouped under the marketing department, and so on. So basically the common function from the jobs are seen, and because of that the jobs are divided and grouped under one departmentation. Now our next is divisional departmentation. So in divisional departmentation, jobs related to one product are divided in one department. Means I will say that, you can say that when an organization is producing more than one type of product, then they prefer divisional departmentation, as because one product are grouped under one department. I will make you more clear by giving an example. See, if an organization is producing cosmetics, textiles and medicines, then jobs related to production, sale, marketing of cosmetics are grouped under one department, and jobs related to textile, such as sales, production, marketing are grouped under one, and the jobs related to medicine such as production, sales, marketing are grouped under one department. You can see it in the picture that the difference between both. You can see the difference between both the functional and divisional departmentation. So as I told you, in functional departmentation, the jobs related to common functions are grouped under one department. So the production department, finance department, marketing department, human resource department, you can see that whatever work is regarded in production is grouped in one department, whatever the work related to finance is grouped in under one department, and whatever the function of marketing is grouped in one department, and whatever is the function of human resource management is grouped in one department. And you can see in divisional departmentation, suppose as I told you that the organization is producing a product, and whatever jobs are used in producing a particular product is grouped under one department. So you can see that product A, suppose it is a product of cosmetic, a company is producing cosmetics, so the production, finance, accounting, research and development, marketing, or any other functions related to particular cosmetic product is grouped under one department. And you can see the another product which is B. So I will take it as a medicine department. So an organization is producing medicines, so you can say that the work related to production, research and development, finance, accounting and marketing of all the medicines are grouped under one department. So I hope you get what is functional and what is divisional departmentation. Now moving on to our next topic of organizing process, or the next step of organizing process is of assignment of duties. So you divide the organization into specialized department, and each individual is working in different department. So आपने अपने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को स्पेशलाइज डिपार्टमेंट्स में डिवाइड कर दिया है, और आपने अब क्या करना है, यू हैव टू असाइन ड्यूटीज़ to the individuals according to their skills and qualifications. You have to identify what are the qualifications and the skills of the individuals, and now you will assign work according to the ability of the individuals. So here manager used to assign duties to the employees by giving them a document called as job description. So basically, job description is a document which clearly defines the content and responsibilities related to the job. So basically आपका job description जो है एक document होता है जिसमें clearly define होता है job के content और responsibilities क्या है. So in this step we talked about the assignment of duties. After specializing the departments, the individual is assigned with some work according to their skills and qualifications. So the last step of organizing process is establishing reporting relationships. So what you have done earlier, you group the activities in different departments, and employees have to perform the job, and to perform the job every individuals need some authority also. So the basically our fourth step of organizing process is where individuals are assigned with some authority. So authority matching to the job they have to perform. So basically whatever authority is giving to them, so you can say that whatever authority is giving to the individual should match with the job whatever they have to perform. So the assignment of authority results in creation of superior subordinate relationship. So basically you can say that the superior subordinate relationship means that who have to report to whom is clarified here. किसको किसको जवाब देना है वो क्लैरिफाई हो जाता है, कौन सुपीरियर है कौन सबॉर्डिनेट है ये भी असाइनमेंट ऑफ अथॉरिटी से क्लियर हो जाता है. सो द पर्सन और द इंडिविजुअल of higher authority becomes superior and the person with less authority becomes subordinate. So with the I can say that with the establishment of authority managerial hierarchy gets created, or you can say that a chain of command is created. So आपने अपने अर्लियर वीडियोस में देखा होगा कि आपके हेनरी फ्योल ने 14 प्रिंसिपल्स दिए थे, उसमें एक आपका प्रिंसिपल था स्केलर चेन का. सो जब आपकी मैनेजरियल हिरार्की फॉर्म होती है तो यहाँ पे आपका प्रिंसिपल ऑफ स्केलर चेन जो है वो मैनेजरियल हिरार्की को फॉलो करता है. सो आई कैन से डैट विद द एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ अथॉरिटी it helps in creation of managerial level also. So the managers who have maximum authority are considered as top level managers, and the managers with little less authority becomes the part of the middle level management, and managers with minimum authority are grouped in lower level management. So basically with the establishment of the authority the individuals can perform their job and everyone know who will report to whom. It is basically clarified in this particular step. So with this our organizing process is over. So basically our organizing process consists of 4 steps. First is identifying and division of work, and another is grouping the jobs and departmentalization. Another one is third one is assignment of duties, and fourth one is establishing reporting relationship. So with this organizing process is over, and now we will move on to last topic of this video, which is of importance and significance of organizing. Basically यहाँ पे we will talk about what are the importance, merits and significance of the organizing. So as in this video earlier I already told you about the meaning, the definition and the organizing process. So now you can write by yourself also what are the importance. If you will organize the things, then what will be the benefit to, what will benefit it to you. आप चीज़ों को ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं तो आपको क्या बेनिफिट मिलता है इससे. सो बेसिकली यहाँ पे हम जो बेनिफिट्स हैं या जो भी इम्पॉर्टेंस है, सिग्निफिकेंस है, वी विल रीड अबाउट इट अकॉर्डिंग टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू द मैनेजमेंट. सो बेसिकली आवर फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज बेनिफिट्स इन स्पेशलाइजेशन. सो in organizing every individual is assigned a part of total work and not the whole task. As I told you earlier in organizing process that burden of whole work it should not be on one person, it should be shared among various employees or the various individuals. So in benefits of specialization I will say that one person is assigned with a part of total work and not the whole task. So because of this because of division of work into smaller units, the assignment of units according to the qualifications lead to specialization. आपको यहाँ पे वर्क जो है वो स्मॉलर यूनिट्स में डिवाइड करके हर एक इंडिविजुअल को अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर स्किल्स एंड क्वालिफिकेशंस दिया गया है, जिसकी वजह से आपका स्पेशलाइजेशन होता है. So basically specialization automatically comes when an individual is performing one job repeatedly. आप एक पर्टिकुलर चीज़ में स्पेशलाइज तभी होंगे जब आप उस पर्टिकुलर जॉब को रिपीटेडली वो काम करेंगे, ठीक है। फिर आपका आता है यहाँ पे रोल क्लैरिटी। सो इन रोल क्लैरिटी आई विल से in the organizing function, the employees are assigned different jobs and the managers clearly define the job. The jobs, whatever are written on the document, is called as job description, which clearly spells out what exactly has to be done in every job. So by giving job descriptions to every individuals, there is a total clarity in the minds of the employees that what job they have to perform. ओके, रोल क्लैरिटी का मतलब है कि पर्टिकुलर एक इंडिविजुअल को अपना रोल क्लियर होता है कि उसको एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में क्या काम करना चाहिए. So with the help of job description, it is totally clear that what they have to do. It is totally given to them in a written document. So our next importance or significance of organizing is clarity in working relationship. So as I told you in the last step of organizing process, that every individual is given some authority, some power. So they are very clearly known that whom they have to report and with whom they have to get the order, receive the order, and to whom they have to give the order. So in organizing function, it is clearly defined that what all and how much power and authority is enjoyed by different individuals or managers. Every manager, whether it is top level, middle level, or lower level, they knows very clearly to whom he can give order and from whom he has to receive the order. The superior subordinate relation is clearly defined in the organizing. So basically there is complete clarity of working relationship. So our fourth importance of organizing is optimum utilization of resources. Optimum utilization of resources means you are using your resources in an effective and efficiently manner. Whatever are the resources, whether they are human resource, whether they are finance resource, or any other resources of the, or whether they are physical resource, whatever resources the organization is having should be used in an effective and efficient manner. So basically in the organizing function, there are very few chances of duplication of work, or you can say that overlapping of work. Duplication and overlapping of work means एक पर्टिकुलर इंडिविजुअल को आप डबल वर्क ना दे दें, या एक ही इंडिविजुअल या एक ही वर्क आप दो इंडिविजुअल्स को ना दे दें. सो ऐसा ना हो, इसके लिए जॉब्स जो हैं वो असाइन की गई हैं डिफरेंट इंडिविजुअल्स को जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शंस में. सो यहाँ पे आपका कोई भी चांस नहीं होता है कि एक ही वर्क दो इंडिविजुअल्स या ज़्यादा इंडिविजुअल्स परफॉर्म करें, या एक ही इंडिविजुअल जो है वो ज़्यादा वर्क परफॉर्म करे, या आपके ज़्यादा वर्क जो है वो डिफरेंट पीपल को दिया जाए. सो यहाँ पे आपका ऑप्टिमम यूटिलाइजेशन होता है रिसोर्सेस का. आपका फिफ्थ पॉइंट है कोऑर्डिनेशन एंड इफेक्टिव एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन. यहाँ पे कोऑर्डिनेशन एंड इफेक्टिव एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में या ऑर्गेनाइजिंग फंक्शन में द सिमिलर एंड रिलेटेड जॉब्स आर ग्रुप्ड अंडर वन डिपार्टमेंट विच लीड्स टू यूनिफिकेशन ऑफ एफर्ट्स एंड हार्मोनी इन वर्क. The organizing function basically establish relation between different departments, and they keep in mind the coordination among different departments also. So by bringing clarity in working relationship, administrative efficiency improves. So basically, as you have read in your early videos, that what is coordination. So basically whatever the functions of the management is used to be done continuously in an interrelated form. So this is called as coordination. यहाँ पे भी आपके डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स होते हैं और हर एक डिपार्टमेंट्स को मिल के काम करना चाहिए, जिससे कि आपके वर्क के जो भी एफर्ट्स हैं वो कोऑर्डिनेट हो सकें, यूनिफाई हो सकें. अब आपका आता है इम्पोर्टेंस जो है ऑर्गेनाइजिंग का, उसका 6 टॉपिक है एडॉप्शन. 6 पॉइंट है एडॉप्शन टू चेंज. एडॉप्शन टू चेंज का मतलब है whatever the changes are taking place in the business environment, the organizing function helps to adopt the changes systematically. Whatever are the environment, whatever are the changes taking place in business environment, with the help of organizing function we can adopt it. And the changes taking place in the business environment is being easily communicated to the whole organization through departments. So organizational structures can be suitably modified according to changes. I can say that organizing function create different departments and group related activities under each department. यहाँ पे आपका बताया गया है कि जो भी बिज़नेस इन्वायरमेंट में चेंजेस होते हैं ऑर्गेनाइजिंग फंक्शंस की वजह से हम उसको सिस्टमेटिकली अडॉप्ट कर लेते हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो भी चेंजेस होते हैं वो पूरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को क्लियरली कम्युनिकेट किए जाते हैं, जिसकी वजह से आपके सारे डिपार्टमेंट्स में वो कम्युनिकेट हो जाता है और लोग अपने काम को उसके अकॉर्डिंग चेंज कर लेते हैं. नाउ योर लास्ट last point of importance of organizing is expansion and growth. So you have seen that you did optimum utilization of resources also, you divide the work also, and you group the jobs also. So by doing all this, with the optimum utilization of resources, proper division of work and departmentation, company can easily meet the challenges and can expand their activities in a planned manner. So this is also a importance of organizing. So यहाँ पे हमारी वीडियो ओवर होती है. आई होप आपको ऑर्गेनाइजिंग में कोई भी डिफ़िकल्टी नहीं होगी, ना ही उसके मीनिंग में, और ना ही उसके डेफिनीशन में, और ना ही उसके प्रोसेस में, और ना उसके इम्पोर्टेंस में. अगर आपको कोई भी प्रॉब्लम होती है तो आप मुझसे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं. रेस्ट आप ये वीडियो जो है प्रॉपरली देखिए, और उसके बाद ये जितने भी टॉपिक्स मैंने आपको पढ़ाए हैं, वॉट एवर टॉपिक्स आई टॉट यू इन दिस वीडियो, प्लीज़ see it from your books also, and still you don't understand, then please contact me. Thank you.